So, it looks like maths is your strong point. Keep on doing your best.
Yeah.
Let's have dinner. I splashed out and made some stir-fried pork. It's your favorite, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Let's eat. If you only look at this scene, you might think we were a normal family. In reality, we're not. My name is Yukihito Kajiwara. I'm 14 and in my second year of middle school. Until a few years ago, I was living happily with my mom and dad. But one day, my dad stopped coming home, saying that he had work. Once, when I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, I passed the living room.
I can't believe it! I trusted you, but you were cheating on me?
You're so noisy! I'm the one bringing in the money. You should let me off a little.
Don't be ridiculous! I'm your wife! Of course I can't allow that!
Then do you want a divorce? Can you raise Yukihito by yourself if that happens?
Well, that's...
You can't, can you? You married me right after you graduated from high school. And I can't divorce you because I've got a public image to keep up. But I'll give you the bare minimum you need for living costs. So you should shut up and raise Yukihito properly.
I was too young, so there were some things I didn't understand. But I understood that my dad didn't love us. Ever since, our lifestyle became more and more poor. I only found out once I became an adult. But my dad had only been giving us money for the rent, the bare minimum. My mom canceled contracts that weren't essential. I began to use the money she had received from her parents as a wedding present. Even though it was the bare minimum, my dad was paying for the rent and the electricity. And I wondered why our lifestyle had changed so drastically. It was for my mom's revenge plan.
Yukihito, a French tutor will be coming to teach you from tomorrow.
Huh? A tutor?
I heard from your teacher that your grades in French are really bad.
Yeah.
That's no good. You can't get into a good high school, university, or have a successful career like that. Listen, you have to become successful when you're older and be rich. You have to swear.
My mom's revenge plan was to raise me into an elite career man and make me successful. That way, she could make my dad regret his actions. For that end, she had no qualms investing in tutors, cram schools, and textbooks. Thanks to that, our lifestyle was pushed to the limit. We had no breakfast. I had school lunches, and dinner was stir-fried vegetables with rice and soup. On better days, if there was a sale, we would have meat. It wasn't enough for a growing boy, so I was always hungry. Whenever I asked for seconds at school, my teacher would worry and ask me if I was eating properly at home. I couldn't ask for more after that. I can study by myself, so I wish he would spend the tutor's pay on groceries. I'd go home with my stomach growling with hunger. Then one day, I found somebody's shoes lined up on the hallway when I returned home.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I didn't consent to that!
I heard a voice that I hadn't heard in a long time. So long, I wasn't sure how much time had passed. It was my father. He was clearly irritated, and the mood was dark. I edged closer to the living room without making a sound.
I didn't have any choice. You don't give us enough money. You're never here, so why do you care if I sold it?
That sofa was Italian made! I bought it especially! It's an item that costs almost $6,000!
Oh, no wonder! When I showed it to an antique shop, they told me it was rare, so I managed to sell it at a high price.
Buy it back right now! You know what'll happen if you don't!
What, you want a divorce? Fine. In return, I'll demand plenty of compensation. Your girlfriend had a baby, didn't she?
Why do you know that?
I haven't just been sitting around pitting myself, you know. I saved some money and hired a PI. I have enough evidence. I wonder if you'll be able to manage after paying me my compensation.
My parents were engaged in an ugly divorce battle. I thought that if I put effort into my studies and became successful, they might get back together. I wanted to believe that we could be back to being a happy family. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. Their relationship was irreparable. At this rate, I'll have to follow my mother's instructions and be stuck to my desk studying. I can't endure that anymore!
Oh, Yukihito. You were home? Yukihito, where are you going?
I couldn't withstand the pressure and ran away from home. I didn't have anywhere to go, but I didn't want to stay. After running for a while, I had run out of stamina and sat down where I stopped. What should I do? I'm hungry. Where am I? It looks like a park, but I've never been here before.
Young man, what are you doing out this late?
Well, I didn't want to go home.
Oh? Is that so?
Right then, my stomach growled loudly. I'm always hungry, and even more so after running.
Oh! Come with me!
What is it? I was taken to a family restaurant.
Choose anything you like. I'll pay for it.
Huh? I can't do that! I can't accept something from a stranger!
It's okay. I've been eating by myself for a while now. Food tastes much better eating with someone. I'd be happy if you joined me.
If it was a meal from a family restaurant, then there was no chance of my food being poisoned. But I worried that I might be made to pay the entire bill afterwards. But I couldn't care any less. I was starved and couldn't resist the temptation. Then, can I have this hamburg steak plate? Is it okay if I ask for a large helping of rice?
Of course. Don't you want fries with that too?
It looks delicious! The table was filled with food. It was like a dream come true. I ate and ate, lost in the wonderful taste. The old man smiled as he watched me eat. Can I ask why you're being so kind to me?
Well, I'm an old man with a lot of time and money to spare. But I was really lonely.
Don't you have any family?
It's a bit embarrassing. But the truth is, my wife left me a month ago. Ever since I was young, I only focused on work. I never spent time with my family. Once I retired, I guess she couldn't handle being with me all the time.
But your family was able to live without any financial problems thanks to you, right?
It's not just about money. There needs to be love, too. I thought that if I made money, my family would understand how I felt. But I was mistaken.
My chest felt tight. My dad wouldn't even give us enough money to live, let alone be with us. It was frustrating to think that this man's family didn't understand how good a family man he was for working so hard.
Now it's your turn. I've never seen your face around this area. Can you tell me why you're all alone in a place like this? Think of it as payment for the food.
Like that, he encouraged me to talk about my situation. It was the first time I had told anyone about my life at home, and I began to cry. I don't want to go back to that house.
Young man, what's your name?
Huh? Is Yukihito Kajiwara.
How do you write your first name?
Happy in person. Yukihito. I hated my name. I'm not happy at all. My name only makes me feel worse. But the old man slowly smiled after hearing what I had said.
My name is Kozuo Watanabe. My first name is written Maker of Happiness. Same character as yours.
That's...
When my wife left me, I lost hope in my life. I realized that what I had done all this time was a mistake.
Mr. Kozuo.
But I was finally able to think I was happy when I met you. And ate a meal with someone for the first time in a month. I realized that happiness is found when you make a connection with someone.
Mr. Kozuo spoke with tears welling in his eyes and thanked me over and over.
If you don't mind, can we eat together again? Don't forget that happiness is found only when you try and reach for it.
Yeah! Thank you, Mr. Kozuo! And so, I began a strange friendship with Mr. Kozuo. Every Friday, we would meet at the park at 5 p.m. Mr. Kozuo was a really smart man. So when I was moaning about my upcoming test...
So, your weak point's French, huh?
Yeah. I have no idea what the teacher is saying.
That's true. It might be good to find words and phrases you like.
Words I like? When I asked that, Mr. Kozuo began to write in his notepad in French. I couldn't read what he was writing at all.
The meaning of this phrase is, little by little, the bird makes its nest.
That's a wonderful phrase.
If you try and understand what a phrase means, you might start to like French.
That's true. I don't think I've ever actually tried to understand the words properly.
Yukihito, you're very smart. You just need to change your perspective.
Mr. Kozuo said that and patted me on the head. Even my mom and dad have never done that before. I was really happy. And I was on the verge of crying again.
I should help my own grandchildren with their homework like this.
You're so clever. Why didn't you?
I didn't spend much time with my wife. It was the same with my daughter. My wife is currently living with my daughter and her husband. I don't mind as long as she's happy. But I do feel lonely after all.
I knew how kind Mr. Kozuo was, but his family didn't. It was such a shame. And I can understand why he would feel so lonely. Then, think of me as your grandson. Can you teach me more?
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Who is that?
After eating with Mr. Kozuo, I went home as usual. But my mother was waiting for me with an angry expression on her face.
Yukihito, who on earth is that old man? You're supposed to be going to cram school on Fridays.
Why do you know that?
When I went to see your cram teachers, they told me you had stopped going last month. I went looking for you and found you in that restaurant with that homeless man.
He's not homeless! He's a kind man that's helping me study!
If you want to study, then go to cram school.
You don't have to waste any more money on me! I've had enough! I'd rather study on my own rather than live like this and feel so pathetic! I'll study by myself!
Why would you say that? I'm doing all this for you!
Shut up! Leave me alone!
No, if you're going to speak to me like that, then I have my own plan.
Today I'll give Yukihito this first dictionary. I wonder if he'll like it. He didn't come today. I wonder if he's feeling sick. I wonder if he'll come today. He didn't come today either. I wonder if Yukihito's eating properly.
Sir, are you okay?
Huh? Mr. Kozuo! He's not here. What happened? He's always here. I wonder if he's angry that I didn't come these past few weeks. The last 2 weeks, my mom had kept me locked in the house. She was monitoring me, made me take school off, and forced me to do nothing but study. From morning until night, I was stuck with a tutor. She said that I would be allowed some free time if I scored over 90 in all my tests. So I worked myself to death. Even in French, thanks to Mr. Kozuo, I had obtained a score I could never have imagined. After my test had finished, I went straight to the park without going home.
Are you friends with the old man that often comes here?
Huh? Do you know Mr. Kozuo?
The other day, I found him collapsed here.
What?
It seems like he was ill. I called the ambulance and I heard that after being released from the hospital, he would be taken to a home for the elderly. It seems that they don't know when he might next collapse.
When I heard those words, I crumbled to the floor. If I had come sooner, I might have been able to save him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Kozuo. I'm sorry I made you feel lonely. I'm sorry I made you suffer. After going home, I showed my mother my test results. Got over 90 in all my tests, just like you wanted.
Good. You have to keep up the good work. I want you to go to a prestigious high school. If you pass the exam for the scholarship at MoniRobo High, we'll be exempt from paying school fees. That way, I don't have to worry about the divorce affecting your education.
Huh? Are you going to get a divorce?
He asked for a divorce because he's finally prepared the compensation money. I feel so much better. Let's squeeze him dry and get back at him for what he's done.
Even as she said that, I could see her eyes glass over with tears. I knew that she didn't actually want to make me study. I knew that she didn't want the compensation or the divorce. I knew that she just wanted to live with me and Dad and return to those happy times. Mom, we can't take back what we lost, but I won't abandon you.
Yukihito.
We can find happiness in our connections with others. I'm gonna do my best to become a happy man and be proud of my name. So please, forget about getting your revenge on Dad. When I said that, my mom couldn't hold back the tears she'd kept in for so long. I think that a lot of emotions came flooding out with those tears. 10 years later, I got into MoniRobo High with a scholarship. I studied hard and progressed to the economics course in MoniRobo University. I became a businessman, running many companies and even appearing on TV as a young entrepreneur. After getting a divorce, my mom let go of her grudge against my dad and returned to her kind old self.
Yukihito, I'm so proud of you. You've got an interview with a magazine today, right?
Yeah, I decided to support Ruki's Home for the Elderly, since health and welfare will be really important in the future.
You've grown up so much. I regret what I did to you as a child. Thank you for being with this horrible mother of yours all this time.
No. I'm only able to do what I'm doing now because you built the foundations for me. I'd be happy if you keep on watching over me.
Of course, you're my only pride.
When I went to the elderly home, there was an unexpected surprise waiting for me.
Hey, you're Yukihito, aren't you?
Huh? Dad?
Yeah! I was watching on TV! You've grown up so much!
My parents divorced when I was 14. In the 10 years since, I haven't seen my dad once. I knew that there was only one reason why he'd appeared, looking meek and humble. What do you want after all this time?
Don't be so cold! I've had some troubles with my wife. I need some money. Can you help me out?
After becoming successful, some people had come to make this sort of request. If they had helped me in the past, I would happily fulfill it. But this time is different. I'm afraid you'll have to go home. I don't know how you found out where I am, but if this happens again, I'll call the police.
What? Why? I'm your father! Have you forgotten that I raised you?
Raised me? The one who raised me was Mom. You're the one that left us for another woman. I never wanted to see you again. But I'm happy to see that you're not doing so well. Bye. My father fell to his knees. I guess he never imagined that I would go against him because I was so timid. But I'm an adult now. I'm satisfied that I was able to get my revenge on him. Although my mom might not be as satisfied. Hello!
Oh, Yukihito, hello.
How is he?
I'll take you to his room.
There's a reason why I chose to support this elderly home. While building up my business, I was always searching for him. Last year, I finally found out that he was staying in this home.
Mr. Kozo, there's a guest for you.
Huh? Who would come to visit me?
Mr. Kozuo! I finally found you!
No. Is this a dream? Are you really Yukihito?
Yeah! It's me! I hugged Mr. Kozuo and cried like a little kid. Mr. Kozuo was happy too, and patted me on the back to comfort me. I have a lot I want to talk to you about. 10 years worth!
I've been waiting all these years to talk to you. Let me hear.
I've never forgotten the time I've spent with Mr. Kozuo. Not once. I don't know what I can do to pay him back for what he did for me. But I told my mom about Mr. Kozuo. And I was able to make it so that he could spend the weekends with us at home. Mr. Kozuo was really happy about that. And we're living together like a real family.
Well, I'm so glad I called out to you all those years ago. Thanks to you, I found so much happiness. Thank you so much.
I'm the one that should be thanking you. Let's make more happiness from now on, too.